What is going on? I should have found forward here with exciting for today. And today we're gonna do our top 10 best Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
of any generation. So coming in number 10, we have Lugia, legendary Pokemon and Generation 2. I think one of the best legendaries in that generation.
Nice, nice.
The shiny
For
the shiny
huh?
is great.
Yeah.
I wish they Pokemon Go didn't ruin Shadow Lugia, but Shadow Lugia in the anime series is dope though.
hmm
It's cool. All right, what's your number 10?
this is like the one I was the less or the least sure of. I put Slacking. It has a really good base stat total.
Okay.
Um, its ability, does really hinder it in the games, like having Truant as its ability, but I if you can use it correctly, like um there's just some really powerful ways that you can
Is
use
this Slacky
utilize it.
was able to put his opponents to sleep?
Yeah, yeah. Like if you can just put your opponents to sleep and then like hyper beam, basically that's the main strat, and you can just like wipe anything out, which it's a really hard hitter, and it's kind of like a nuke in a sense. You if you put him to sleep and then you just hyper beam, it's probably gonna one shot just about anything,
Yeah.
which I really like about it. And it's very tanky too. So
Coming in
I
number
have it
nine.
at 10.
Yeah. Coming in number nine. Uh no other than going to Gen 1, we have for the Kanto region, Articuno. I think that it's a very good one of my favorite legendaries in the Kanto region. Very the best one of the probably the best shining for the between Zapdos and Moltres. And overall I think it's very useful in like either PvP or in raids. When the game was first like rolling in.
hmm
What's your number 9?
I have Reshiram at number 9. I
Ooh,
like the typing of Dragon Fire. I think it's cool that there's a dragon type that isn't weak to Fairy and to Ice. It's still weak to Dragon, but oh well, I guess. It's very powerful, and I think Fire and Dragon are two really good offensive types. And yeah, I just think it's a really unique type combo, and I it goes it works really well against other types. Like it can really hit anything hard, and there's very few things that I feel like it would struggle against in a battle.
oh yeah, what is your number 8?
My number 8 is Salamence. Um,
Good
have a
choice, good choice.
Yeah. Um, wasn't sure where to rank it here. The first of a couple pseudo legendaries that'll probably be on the list. But I think Salamence is below a couple of the others. It's kind of your standard dragon flying type, so it does have the double weakness to ice, but it's really cool. It has a good mega. Um, I I think I really like the design too. And from a battle perspective, especially in Hoenn and in the Hoenn
Yep.
games, um, it's it's definitely something where it's like this is a Pokemon that a final boss, should have, and one that they did have in those games. So it definitely
Mm,
feels powerful, like when you're fighting against it, or if you have it on your team.
yep.
So
And,
for that reason, have it at 8.
yeah, and the thing is, Mega Salmon just came up to Pokemon Go not too long ago. I think what they should do is they need to have big on classic community day again.
Yeah.
Well, not again. They need to have big on the one of the classic communities next year. So after community days is over, have Mega Salamence in the raids
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
afterwards. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Coming number 8 for me, I don't think this got released yet in Pokemon Go as a Mega. Correct me if I'm wrong. I cannot remember what it is or not.
Okay.
Metagross.
Yep.
Good Mega, good Shiny, good overall stats. I I have a lot of good IVs in Pokemon Go. I have a hundo of this, I believe. Like couple 98s, couple 96s. Good Steel and Psychic type. You need Meter Mash for it, right?
Yeah.
You need Meter Mash for Metagross. Had a community day back in 2018. I think it was the October or either or November community day. No, I
Yeah.
think it was October. So it's been like 5 years since we had a community like this. And overall, it's a good shiny, good mega, overall good stats, very useful, and probably one of the best steel types in the game.
Okay.
Coming number 7 for me, we have another mega of this. We have Spectile, one of my favorite starters of the evolution line in Generation 3. Good shiny, overall good stats, good grass type Pokemon. The Mega got released with I believe Salamence and Blaziken. They did a special
Yeah,
rating
like back in
those three.
back in like January, December last year.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah.
good shinies. I They need to do a Trico classic community, do the exact same thing. Have this in Megas right afterwards. And they need like no they need to get like add I trying to say we're topic here, but no they can add like when these megas release like classic community, okay. If so many trainers catch so many amount of if that has a mega,
Mm-hmm.
we will not do it that day, but we will bring this in a special event for like a weekend or a day for 3 or 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that they can do.
Okay.
And that is being said, Spectile is coming in number 7.
For my number 7, I have Garchomp. Another
Oh,
dragon
okay,
type,
okay.
another pseudo legendary. It's still double weak to ice, which hurts it. Mega Garchomp isn't that good it's good in Pokemon Go. It's obviously
It
an
just got
upgrade,
released too.
but in like the main series games, Mega Garchomp isn't the best. Like it's it's a little difficult because like it basically like boils down to speed.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Go obviously doesn't have a speed stat; they just do attack, defense, and HP. But Mega Garchomp has lower speed than normal Garchomp, so it's slightly better in the main
Hmm.
games, but it's not like overwhelmingly better. So for that reason, I couldn't rank it any higher. But it again, kind of with Salamence, it's definitely something where it's like if you have this on your team, you know it's going to hit hard. It's a tank. It has a very good move set with it being ground and dragon, and definitely something like if you're fighting against it, you need to be prepared to take it down. But
Yes.
for the reasons that I mentioned earlier, I couldn't rank it any higher than what is then yeah, and then 7. And do you want me to go to
Yes.
6?
Yes, we
Do
have
my
a number
6 or you do your
6.
6? All right, so my 6 is Tyranitar.
Oh, good choice. Good choice.
Another one of our another pseudo legendary we're talking about. I'm a big fan of T-Tar. I think Dark and Rock is a good type combo. You know, obviously it has a fair amount of weaknesses, mainly uh fighting, but I I do think that from an offensive standpoint really helps you out a lot, like being to handle flyers, psychic types, like uh, fire types. You know, all, and those are fairly common as well. Has a very good mega. Again, I just really like the design of it too. And yeah, it's just very solid. No real like nothing super bad to say about it, but have it at 6.
So my number 6 is Garchomp. The Mega just got released. Gibble Community Day happened 2021.
Hmm.
Yeah. That was a good community day. Six long hours still. 6 very long hours for Gibble. Um, Garchomp, like you said, the speed, it's not that very quick in the games, but it's hard to dictate in Pokemon Go how speed facts in the game. But I hope Pokemon. I don't think Pokemon will ever add speed to the game because it will different. It can differentiate your hundos or your stats right now. Oh, what I'm trying to say, it will really be really difficult to get a hundo if you
Hmm.
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure speed affects getting 100% in the game, which if you count speed too, does it?
Or wait, in like the main.
Yes, in the main games.
Oh, I'm not really familiar with like how you test IVs in those.
Yep.
That's not. Oh gosh, I would not be the person to ask about
Yep.
that, but
Yes,
it's
and we just have Mega
no,
Gacha Raid Day over the weekend.
it
Sad,
it it
that,
it's just slower overall,
yep,
or like the Mega is just slower, but yeah, it just has like a lower total speed, but
yep.
there is a way to check like the IVs like in the Sinnoh games, but
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. That's Google it. That's my best.
Um. Okay. We
But
just
sorry,
got a
continue.
Mega Raid Day over the weekend for Gone Chop. Sally, I didn't do any raids, and that's and then number 6. And then we're coming number 5. We have. I try my best not to put any megas in here, but this list is not easy to make. So coming number 5, we have Mega Rayquaza.
Hmm.
Mega Rayquaza come in Pokemon Go. Either was something last year or something this year it did.
Yeah, I think
And
it was
Mega
this year.
Rayquaza is one of probably the best dragon types in the game.
Hmm.
I forgot how high the stat goes,
It's quite a lot. Yeah.
but it's probably one of the best legendaries megas ever introduced in Pokemon Go.
Hmm.
And it's the stats on it thing is just crazy. Like the max it gets you at level 50 is like 64-58. That's a max.
Yeah.
The attack is like 377, defense is 210, stamina is 227. Like, not bad for
Hmm.
legendary. The attack is ring number 3 though in the game. So looks sounds like, and if you have like the dragon with Dragon Tail and Brigand Swipe, Dragon Tail, Dragon Ascent, be a good move to have it on it.
Yeah.
And that is coming in number 5. Did you show your number 5 yet?
I did not. My number 5 is Metagross. Like
Ooh,
you mentioned earlier,
yep.
upcoming Mega. I think Steel and Psychic is a really good type. It really kind of balances out some of their weaknesses. Like Steel or the Psychic helps with Metagross dealing with fire or with fighting types. And I just think Steel is a really good type from a defensive standpoint, and it gets some really powerful moves as well. It's a really good Mega, and yeah, Steel's. I feel like Steel is a type that doesn't commonly get used, but Metagross is far and away the best Steel type ever, and
Mm,
or the Mega Metagross as well. So I think it well deserves um this ranking, and because it doesn't have a double weakness, that was the main reason why I felt okay putting it above T-Tar, Garchomp, and Salamence because uh, no double weakness. It still has some weaknesses, but nothing as detrimental as the others. So Metagross at 5. Would
What
you
is
like me to
your
do
number
my
four?
4? Huh?
What's your number four?
My number 4 is Necrozma. It is from Gen 7. It kind of goes along with the trio of like uh Solgaleo and Lunana. It's not in Pokemon Go. I have no idea when it will be. It's from like Pokemon Sun and Moon, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I've never played those games, so I'm not, you know, quite the expert on it, but everything that I've seen and heard is that it's absolutely unbelievable. It has unbelievable stats, pure psychic type, and it has like just you want it on your team. It's very, very good. So yeah, Necrozma at 4.
All right, so coming in number four for me, we have Salamence. Has a very good mega, very good shiny. I think I had not did a single mega Salamence raid yet. As when it came in Pokemon Go. I don't know why, but you know, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it has a very good mega. Another Gen 3.
Mm-hmm.
Another good Pokemon, another good Dragon type. It's vulnerable to ice, which deals with like what 263% of damage, which is a lot of damage to take on. And yeah, that is coming number four. Now, I might, I might, we might get a lot of disagreements here. Coming
Okay.
in number three, it's legendary from Gen 1. We have Mewtwo
At 3, whoa.
at three. So a lot of people say, why you have a lot of three? Why is not like further up in the list? Well,
Interesting,
it's
interesting.
it gets tough.
Hot take.
It gets tough. Don't get me wrong. Excellent shiny, very good useful Pokemon. Has a two megas X and Y.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot which one is released in Pokemon Go and which one is not. I don't think both versions of Megas is released in Pokemon Go yet. Is it?
Neither of them are out.
Neither of them. Thank you. Neither of them are out. Once they are, I guarantee you, lot. I believe once Mega Mewtwo comes out, a lot of people will be waiting for this because they want the Mega Energy for it.
Mm-hmm.
And they want the Shiny Mewtwo piece. My Shiny Mewtwo is by far one of the greatest legendary shinies of all time. Probably the greatest shinies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is coming in number three.
Oof, that's a
Who's
hot
your
take.
number?
That's a hot take. Oh boy.
Yes.
My number 3 is Kyogre. Kyogre is very solid, pure water type. It has a lot of offense and defense. I think what it does better than some of the others behind it is it has fewer weaknesses, and I just think it's overall and like Primal Kyogre too. I think Primal Kyogre outclasses some of the other megas and like Ultra fusions, or I'm not 100% like Ultra Necrozma. I do think it outclasses that and megas below it. So with that and fewer weaknesses, I I feel comfortable putting it above there. Like if this was a fantasy draft of Pokemon, I would feel more comfortable having Kyogre on my team. Only weak to grass and electric, and just a very cool design as well. Big
Who is
fish.
your who is your
Got
number
some really
two?
nice. Huh?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Huh? What are you? Sorry, what are you saying?
Who is your number two?
Oh, my number 2 is Rayquaza. This was one of the tougher decisions. I'm Now that I think about it more, I might actually flip flop these, but I don't know. Um, Regular Rayquaza, obviously Dragon and Flying. Got the double weakness to Ice. Not amazing, but like you'll deal with it. Rayquaza, excellent speed, excellent attack. It's kind of known for being a glass cannon, but it hits like a truck. And then Mega Rayquaza as well, absolutely fantastic. Some of the best, if not, I think it might have the highest or the second highest base stats out of any Pokemon ever created. So for that reason,
Yeah.
it's so fast. It has so much attack, and it has moves along with it to help back that up and use it where it's going to take one or two hits against most things, and
All right.
then you're going to be good.
Coming in number two. Wait, that was your number two, correct?
Need.
Coming in number two for me, we have good old Gen 1 Pokedex 151 Mew.
Mew. Okay, interesting.
Because yeah, I believe that Mew can learn every single move in the game.
Yeah.
And I believe in the movie when Mewtwo strikes back, that's when Mew first appeared, correct?
Yes.
Because we did see Mew in the intro of the very first anime Pokemon TV series.
Mhm.
The of course it's Kanto, the Indigo
Okay.
League, and we see the invisible Mew, and I believe it's does it like I think it absorbs every single move there is.
Yeah, it can learn every single TM,
Yeah,
like in the main games.
every
It's
single
able to, yeah.
pack team. Yeah, charge team. Um, and the thing is, like Mew will be one of the probably the toughest Pokemon to defeat.
Yeah.
And because Mewtwo is from the creation of Mew, hence the name Mewtwo.
That's a good point, yeah.
Yeah. So before we share our number ones, do you have any honorable mentions you'd like to share?
Ooh. Oh, geez, I hadn't thought of that.
If
But
any.
I guess I'll say I feel like now that I look at my list, I feel like Groudon would be a good honorable mention. Probably Dragonite. Um,
Agreed.
let's see. Hydreigon, I might throw in there. Maybe Mamoswine. Mamoswine's really good.
It's very good
Um,
against Rayquaza.
if I had more time to think, I think I would come up with a couple more, but definitely, um, Groudon and Dragonite, I think, are the
Yep.
main ones.
I like how you
And
mentioned Mammoth. I like how you yep. I like how you
that
mentioned
makes a
Mammoth.
lot of sense about Mew too, like with what you were saying.
Yep.
But yeah, go ahead.
I like how you mentioned Mammoth because it's very used against Rayquaza because it's double weak to ice. And
Yeah,
Mammoth it needs to have Powder Snow and Avalanche. No like ancient power, no earthquake, none of that. It needs to be
yeah,
Powder Snow and Avalanche. That's why when Sweet never had a community, I never evolved it during community or after the
hmm
2 hours or the like during it because I didn't
yeah,
want the Asian power move because it's not useful.
hmm
It's Powder Snow and Avalanche is more useful on raids,
yeah.
and it's been proven that. And then from my honorable mention, man, I wish I kind of put it in there, but it was for sure be in my top 15, top 20.
hmm
It's no other than the Squirtle Squad.
Fair, yeah.
That's easy in the top 15, top 20 for me. And that actually is the number one honorable mention.
Okay.
And probably I don't want to mention any other evolution lines I mentioned already. Groudon, Kyogre would be good ones. Probably maybe Farfetch, Heracross, Kangaskhan is not bad. But that to be like more like further down the list, probably like
Yeah,
um
Farfetch isn't that great.
yeah. Before we release the number ones, should we share the exact same time or
I'm almost positive I know what you picked based off of process of elimination, but
yeah?
what do you want to do?
I don't know, it's up to you. What you want to do?
I'll you can go first. You can go first.
All right, drum roll, please.
Brrr, brrr.
Charizard.
I knew it.
Charizard is the number one Pokemon of all time. Yes, I know people's gonna say Mewtwo or anyone else, but Charizard is the GOAT in Pokemon It's obviously the GOAT, especially the Kanto region. It's one of the best Pokemon out there. It's I think the best fire type out there. Has
Yeah.
Super Megas X and Y, one of my favorite Megas in the game. That is the reason why it's number one on my list. Who's your number
Okay.
one?
I chose Mewtwo. Um, I
Oh,
I I did like what you were saying about Mew. Um, I I think that would be interesting to see Mew and Mewtwo like go head to head, but from an anime standpoint, I think Mew wins, but in a game standpoint, I think Mewtwo wins. Mewtwo just has amazing stats. It's the ultimate it kind of is a glass cannon in a sense. But its attack and speed make up for that tremendously. And the Mega Mewtwo's, both X and Y, have uh, pretty much the best stats in any game um, ever, and like have the highest base stats of any Pokemon ever created. And it can just learn a variety of good move sets. And I do think Psychic is overall a good type too, like a good type for offense. And its
Psy
weaknesses,
Strike.
it's weak to Bug, Ghost, and Dark. Not super common types, which I do think helps it as well. So for all those reasons, I feel very confident putting Mewtwo number one. And there wasn't really anything that I mean I could make the argument for like any of the top three I think to be number one, but I feel like Mewtwo is the sure thing.
Yeah. So that would include our top 10 best Pokemon. To for the next episode when we talk about our top 10 worst Pokemon and in general. This is gonna be a very interesting list, and I'm excited what you have, what I have on my list. It's basically like him pickings from like different gens, which is more spread
Okay.
out than my list and obviously my best Pokemon is where it's like between like Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn basically. No, I don't think there's any other I would say generations. It was yeah, I think it was just in the first three gens I had,
Oh, okay. I got you. I got
and
you.
I would do it.
Sweet.
Hope you like this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you for watching, and we see you in the next video. Deuces.
Peace.
Peace.